And we are back with our final match of the day, bringing to you live the gold medal game between the Huskies and the Talons. We're just going to get started here. And the Talons are going to be pulling first. Both of these teams putting on amazing performances all tournament long. And the Talons are starting off with a beautiful pull. And the Huskies are going to try and make something happen. The Talons are going to play a man-to-man style of defense. And number 13 of the Huskies faking some passes, trying to find options. Now 32 showing for it, playing that down to 21. Making some ground. 33 and 32 trying to show for him. And the Huskies are going to try and move with speed, sending that one downfield, but the Talons are there to contest, and that one slapped out of the air. Huskies with a threatening opportunity, but the Talons are going to get to that one, and Talons are going to go in the attack now. Number 20 and 42. Both showing for the disc, and Zero's going to get there, but 32 is going to knock that out of his hands, and it might still be a Talons possession. The ref is going to discuss that with the players. And as always, my name is Grant Newman, joined alongside with Josh Miles and our cameraman, Benjamin Saulnier. The Talons played their semifinal match just about 2 hours ago, defeating their opponents in a dominant fashion. They've cruised through their bracket this playoffs. And right now they're displaying that speed that they've been using all weekend long, advancing up the field, making that pass, connecting to number 17. She's going to look for an option, playing that one left. The Talons trying to give their teammate an option, and number 55 is going to look for a pass downfield, gaining some distance. The Talons are going to send a long throw. Let's see who'll get to it first, and the Talons are going to start with their first point on the board, making a wonderful throw. Number 21 of the Huskies tried to get to it, but the Talons are going to strike with the first blood of today's gold medal game. Beautiful play from the Talons, showing the Huskies why they are here. It's a good defensive effort from the Huskies, but they just don't have quite enough of a jump to get there. And that one sailed into an open catch for the Talons. And the Talons are going to get ready to pull the Frisbee. The Huskies are going to get a chance to return with the point of their own. The Huskies, they love to move that Frisbee quickly. They like trying to catch their opponents off guard. And number 32, sending that one down to 21, making a 1-2 pass, playing that back to 21. Both of the players sending that one back and forth on a hammer throw, but number 20 of the Talons is going to pick that up first. Talons are going to regain possession. A valiant effort from the Huskies, but the Talons winning that jump competition, and that's a long throw, giving them their second point of the game already. What a look from the Talons offense. That's going to get them their second point. Beautiful play. A point from number 17. with a routine catch and an amazing throw from their handler. The Talons are starting this game off with lots of momentum. The Huskies are going to have to figure themselves out. They just need to regroup, take some deep breaths. They're still in this game. They know they're a strong team. It's far from over. And the Talons going for another pull. That one's going to roll past half. And it's picked up by number 20, sent to number 9. The disc is being passed around in the middle. The Talons are making it tough for the Huskies to advance this Frisbee. Playing some hard man-to-man defense. And the Talons are going to smack that one out of the air, disallowing the pass from number 7 to number 9. And number 20 is going to get a chance to make something happen. And that was almost smacked out of the air by number 9, but 42 of the Talons is going to pick that up, sending that down to number 20. Back to 42. Maybe looking for a long throw, but faking that one. And sending that back to number 20, creating some space, breaking the press, moving that Frisbee. And the Huskies are playing a zone defense with 3 players on the handler. The Talons are comfortable with just maintaining possession, and now they're going to go on the attack, sending another easy pass down, getting their 3rd point of the game already. And the Talons are starting off hot. It's an amazing performance so far. The Huskies definitely did not see this coming. A stellar play from the Talons. And I'm taking over Josh's position as he's been called up to be on the megaphone. So shout out to Josh Miles for announcing the goals, announcing the points. So far, the Talons are cooking. I could see the Huskies calling for a timeout soon. And that's a long pull set all the way out. And the Huskies need to generate something, making some short passes back and forth. Number 32 at the 30-yard line, setting that to 21. It's a good pass in the middle, giving him lots of options. This is looking good for the Huskies. They're moving with a lot of efficiency, but number 42 with some amazing defense, knocking that one out of the air, disallowing the pass for the Huskies. And the Talons are going to be looking for their 4th point this game. Amazing pass to number 5. Huskies trying to make something happen, but there is a stoppage in play. And there's going to be a long throw to the Talons, and that's going to be their 4th point of the game already. The Talons are just outpacing the Huskies. But maybe not. As it seems the referee is coming out to talk to the players, maybe calling a point off. So who knows if this is actually going to be a point. Because they're having a discussion. And the goal is overturned. No goal for the Talons. And some boos from the crowd. They do not like that. That was a pivotal moment for the game, and unfortunately for the Talons, that was called off. But luckily, there's a second chance for the Huskies if they could lock the Talons down on defense. Number 0. Doesn't have too many options. The Huskies just need to stick with their marks. And that's a good fake pass, throwing off number 18, sending a hammer pass directly to number 42. Number 42 has a teammate wide open, but the Huskies are playing some solid D. Taking his time, playing that out to the middle. Number 20, he's a solid player. Oh no. And there will be a timeout called. Timeout on the Huskies. They're going to need to think of something else. Maybe switch the defensive strategy. Something needs to change for them. And the Huskies have finished with their timeout. Let's hope that they figured something out here. They need some sort of strategy to turn this game around. The Talons are up by 4. They have a lot of momentum. The most important thing for the Huskies is that they can't get discouraged. This is a gold medal game. Both teams are very skilled. Even if you're down at this point, anything can happen. The Huskies could be feeling a little bit out of their element here, as typically throughout this tournament they've been winning most of their games in a dominant fashion. Not used to being down. But regardless, the Huskies are going to have to keep pushing forward. 21 could be open if he gets a long throw off. But that's going to connect to number 10, back to 32. Around the midline, sending a backhand throw. 33's there. Just barely staying in. Passing that out to 10. The Huskies moving with a lot more speed compared to before when they took the timeout. There might be a stoppage in play. There is a stoppage in play. There was just a little collision there, but it's all good. Playing that to number 32, looking downfield, and that's going to be the first point for the Huskies, getting themselves off the board. An amazing pass from number 32, a good look. And number 4 sealing that goal. A solid catch from number 4. And it's got to feel good to hear your name called on the megaphone. It's always an awesome feeling hearing that crowd cheer after you've gotten a point for your team. This is a crucial moment for the Huskies. This proves that the Talons aren't invincible. And that's pulled by the Huskies, dropping just past the center line. Number 20 of the Talons, one of their star players, is going to pick up the disc. Looking back to the handler. 20 moving into space. She's going to play that to number 42, sending a long throw. It's a one-on-one. Who's going to get there first? And 32 is going to deflect that. But the Talons are going to pick that up off of the deflection. A 5th goal. What a play! Amazing grab from the Talons. Not quite sure who got that point, but regardless, the craziest play of the day. Number 0 has been confirmed. Number 0 made that catch. It was a good. It's 9. I think it's 9. I think it might be 9. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I just heard them calling out that it's 9. And a correction that was caught by number 9. It's just a little hard to make out that number up high in the stance. The Talons starting off hot. There's a 4-goal difference. There's not a lot that the Huskies could have done about that. That's just an amazing play from the Talons offense. And what a catch from number 9. The Huskies are going to try and respond with a point of their own. And 32 almost dropping that, but he's going to maintain possession. Just 10 yards or so away, and that might be another point. A diving catch from number 21. Huskies with their 2nd of the game. Maybe. maybe pulling a hamstring, it seems, after making that dive, but he did get up. And I don't know if this is going to be called a point. It looked good to me. They're trying to sort things out right now. In my opinion, it should be a point. And it turns out that the goal is going to be called off. And the Huskies are going to try to get a goal or get that goal back. They're already moving with speed, making a good pass just a yard or so away from making that point. And it's a clean pass to number 13 of the Huskies from 33. A routine play from them. You can tell they've done that many times. Getting themselves within 3, and they're back in this game. That would have been so tilting for the Huskies if they weren't able to get that point after the previous goal that they scored was overturned. Has to be an amazing feeling for the Huskies. And so far, the Talons are still leading by 3, but the Huskies are holding on. Anything is possible. It's still just the first half. Anything could happen. And 42, a crucial piece of the Talons team, is going to start with that, making a long throw, but it doesn't seem like anyone's going to be able to get there. And Huskies, number 21 is going to scoop that up with ease. Playing that to 32. To number 20. Back to 32. Taking his time. Number 13 with a good run. Slowly but surely they're gaining yards, moving up the field. Pass back to 32. Talons defense is making it challenging for anything to happen. That's a good cut from number 13. And 32 has an option for number 10, and she's going to get there. Making a bit of a diving catch. And she's going to play that through. An amazing look again. The Huskies with some good offense and almost catching that, but it's deflected away, and it actually works out better for them. Number 20 grabbing that off a deflection from number 21, making a pass, and that's a point for the Huskies, bringing it within 2. What a play. Number 21 wasn't able to get to it, and number 20 was there right behind him, able to clean up that pass. Great play from the Huskies, turning themselves around. An amazing feeling for the Huskies. Such a fast play, and it caught everybody off guard. Seeing that 21 wasn't able to receive that pass, and then 20 was still there behind him to pick it up. I think the Talons slowed down a bit because they assumed that it was going to just drop and they would regain possession. But the Huskies were there to support their teammate. And that's another highlight reel play in this finals matchup. Tilt it over the camera. And the Talons are going to start with possession. And that's going to be at the 35-yard marker. Actually, at the 40-yard marker. And the Huskies are playing a zone defense. It's what they've been playing all day long and the previous day. Usually it's been working out well for them, but it's been a bit more challenging to maintain that solid defensive shape against a team as strong as the Talons. Number 55 has an option deep if she wants to throw it, but she's going to look to her teammate, number 2 on the wing, 42 now. He has the confidence to send that long throw, and 17 could be there, but she's not going to make it in time. And the disc is going to land out of bounds. Good attempt there from number 42. He's been making passes like that all day long. Just had a bit too much distance on it. And that is fumbled. And the Talons are going to start with possession right at the end zone. This is going to be really interesting. It's going to be tough for the Huskies to defend this. Throwing a hammer pass and it doesn't work out. That's a risky play. And unfortunately, it doesn't pay off. The Huskies with some great defense there. It's gotta hurt for the Talons not being able to get a point on that play. They were so close to getting one, but it's all good because they're gonna regain possession almost instantly. A missed play from number 32. Number 5 is wide open, playing that to his teammate on the wing. Number 55, just a couple yards from the end zone. Number 20's behind her for support. She wants to look to make that point. Sending a hammer throw. It's going to curve the wrong way. And that's going to be Huskies' possession. I like the idea. And that's going to be a one-on-one. Who's going to get there first? And that's grabbed by number 33 of the Huskies. If he can get a good throw, this could be an open catch, and it's good. What a play from the Huskies, putting themselves within one. It really felt like it was just the Talons game from the start, but the Huskies have came back, putting themselves within one. What a play from the Huskies, and what a grab from number 33. I'm not too sure who got that point. I know number 3 made the grab, and I think it's 26 with the catch. And it seems that the Huskies bench is watching the stream right now. I think they're just admiring their teammates' plays, which makes a lot of sense. That was an amazing play from 33. Beautiful head top. Talons defender was within millimeters of deflecting that disc out of the air. But number 33 was blessed with the height genetics. And the Huskies have completely turned this one around. The disc has been pulled, and it's going to land at center field. Number 21 is back out on the field. He seemed to have hurt himself a little bit, but luckily he seems all right. And that's another long throw from the Talons, but I don't think he's going to be able to get there. Diving for it, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get that. The Talons love making those deep throws. They have a lot of speed. And the Huskies are trying to build something through their own end zone. They're slowly making their way out at about the 25-yard line. Working their way up, making some short passes down the middle. I love that look to number 21. It gave them so many more options. And 13 with the catch. Back to 32. He's got options on his right. Seems like he wants to send that to the middle. Back to 21. You'll see the Huskies love going deep and then popping back up in the middle. It's worked out twice just in this possession. 32 playing that to number 12. Working their way down. Playing a very organized game. 13 picking that up. Relieving some pressure, resetting that stall timer. At 32, has it at center field. Sending a long throw, and that's going to be an easy catch for number 21, tying the game up. What a play from the Huskies. They have completely flipped the emotions of this game. They're feeling amazing. And the Talons might be feeling a little nervous. The Huskies have scored, I believe, 3 in a row. And the Talons are going to choose to take a timeout, which makes sense. I mean, they have been having a tough time ever since Huskies got their first couple points on the board. It's just they've had so much momentum, and you just know that the Huskies are feeling so good after going down early. They've clawed their way back into this game. Both teams have taken one timeout. I think one of the most important things for the Talons to be looking out for is those passes through the middle. I think that especially number 21, he's been kind of dropping down a little bit deep and then popping back up to the middle, and it's relieving a lot of pressure on the Huskies and allowing them to make those long passes. Last time, that's exactly what gave them that 5th point. Getting those passes in the middle gives them so many options. We'll see if the Talons can reset their mentality. Hopefully they've found some type of new strategy. Hopefully they've found something to regain some momentum in this game. But so far, this has been an amazing game. 5-5 in the first half. So much skill and talent for both of these teams. We'll see if the Talons are going to try and do anything different. A lot of movement through the middle from the Talons. And there is a stoppage in play. The referee has called something. But they're going to play on. And that's caught by number 2. The Talons are playing with efficiency. Talons playing that back to number 42. Their handler looking for a pass. With a hammer throw, he's been using those all day. One of his best moves for sure. The Talons have been sprinting and cutting through the middle so much since that last timeout, and that's going to get them maybe their 6th point of the game. Not quite sure who grabbed that first. It did seem like the Huskies' number 7 had their hand on it before number 55 did. But it's tough to tell, and I mean, we will see. And that one's good, and that's going to be a 6th goal for the Talons, putting them ahead in this game. That timeout definitely paid off for them. They've been running through the middle, cutting and confusing the defense much more compared to before they took timeout. Some good coaching from the Talons. You can tell he definitely calmed his team down, got them in order. They're playing spectacularly. And this should be halftime. The Huskies are trying to hype themselves up. They've been having a very good past 15 minutes. They didn't start off so hot, but they're doing very well now. They just need to figure out how to deal with the Talons, as they've seemed to turn themselves around after they took a timeout. It is going to be halftime. And halftime is nearing its end. The Huskies are going to be pulling, and the Talons are going to start with possession. The Huskies are going to want to shut this down almost immediately, because if the Talons start off hot and they get a goal off the rip, it's going to be hard to come back. They did do it in the first half. But it would be tough to do again. And 33 seems to be a bit hurt. Maybe he sprayed his ankle. And the ref has stopped the play. And the Talons are going to be starting at the center, looking for a pass, but number 13 once again with some great defense. And we'll see how the Huskies play without one of their best players out on the field. 21 back to 32. They've both been difference makers this game. Number 26 catching that one straight out of the air. Gaining space quick, just a couple yards from getting another point, but that's blocked by number 42 with some amazing defense. I switched his numbers around on accident. He's hyped up after that stop, and I would be as well. He's been putting his body on the line all day long. Impressive play from the Talons. And immediately they get themselves open. They do a good job at stuttering and making lateral movements, throwing off the defense and getting themselves open. It's been generating lots of goals for them all day. And 42 just barely staying in. 12 pressing him hard with some defense, but number 9 almost getting there. And 32 is able to knock that one out of the air. Bit of a collision, so there might be a foul called. And then the play is going to be stopped again. The referees are still sorting it out with the players. They're just trying to figure out who's going to have possession. And they're going to start with the disc with 42 possessing it at the 40-yard marker. Playing that back to number 20. Playing that back down to 42, outpacing his defender. He needs an option. Number 5 cutting through, showing for that. But 21 playing some solid defense on their handler. But still, 21's going to be able to get to that. And the Talons are making their way downfield, and that's going to be another point for the Talons, making that 5-7 Talons. That one caught me off guard. Amazing point from that team. Way to move the disc around. It's a great play.
And we're back, and now Josh Miles is going to be taking over the live commentary. Grant Newman is still with me here, though, as color.
He fired me, guys. He fired me.
No, I did not fire him, but I was doing the PA announcing in stadium, but I decided to give up that job to one of the workers here at the stadium so I could rejoin the live stream, as this is going to be my final live stream on the CASA YouTube channel because, you know, as unlikely as it sounds, I'm actually graduating high school, unbelievably. I never knew that I'd get grades good enough to do so, but here I am. The Huskies, number 32, has possession of it right now. Dropping back for number 9 with a lateral pass. Sends it over to the middle, and number 21. Back out for number 32. Talons playing a good man-on-man style of defense. Long-range shot. Number 26 running it down. 26 from the Talons also chasing after it. Manages to get there and smack it down, keeping it away from Huskies number 26. We've seen some immense hustle from both teams this game. Wouldn't you say so, Grant?
100%. I mean, this is the gold medal game. Everybody is bringing their 100% their A game right now, and this is by far the best game all day. So much skill from both of these teams. This is an absolute nail-biter, Josh.
Indeed, and we saw earlier on in the game that the Talons did take quite a big lead to start the game, and then the Huskies battled right back to tie up the game at 5 apiece. Now the Talons are starting to try and pull ahead again. We'll see if the Huskies can counteract that. Huskies pursuing the disc as it's dished to number 20 for the Talons. And an errant pass bounces off the hands of number 17, and it'll be a turnover to the Huskies. Additionally, if you are one of the players re-watching back the stream and you get to this point, when I was doing the PA announcing, your coaches didn't include your numbers on the roster, so I have no clue. I have all your names, but I don't know which name is associated with what number, so that's why both on our stream and in the arena, I did not announce your names because I just don't know who you are. I'm sorry about that, but we make do with what we have. Right now, number 32 dishing in to number 10. Back to number 32 for the Huskies. Huskies looking around, approaching that end zone. Looking around, passing in, and doesn't quite make it there. Pass is dropped here. Gold medal game. Oh, so intense. Talons with possession. Diving a stop attempt made by number 32, but doesn't get it. And number 32 made a big-time block there. They are going to call it interference. Fair and square. Both gentlemen agreeing to that one. No involvement from the ref. Just come for a spirit of the game agreement as Frisbee is meant to be played. Big time one-handed interception there from number 26 on the Huskies. Huskies take over on possession, switching around the field, dishing to the other side. Centralized now with number 32. Sends it in for number 21, who approaches the 30-yard line ladder style with number 32. Now crossing that 30 line. Just 10 yards away, 5 yards away now from that end zone. 32 dishing over to 9. 9 with it now, slinging it around, and that's 26 with the goal for the Huskies. Huskies battling back. And they pick up their 6th point to make the score 6-7 in favor of the Talons.
I'm loving that score there, Josh. You know, the funny number, everyone loves to see it. But talking about the Huskies offense, a beautiful play using that ladder movement to get downfield, and then the pace from number 26 getting in the end zone. Just a beautiful play. Not too much the Talons can do about that. The Huskies were truly in sync there.
Yes, just an all-around beautiful play there from the Huskies. They knew what they were doing in that moment, and found some beautiful lanes, split the defense there of the Talons, and really just took advantage of that. We've seen this from them all tournament long. In today's portion of the tournament, in the bracket rounds, we haven't seen the Huskies very much today, as they've been playing on the other side of the field where the bronze medal game is currently going on. but we sure did see them on day one during the round robin, and we knew from the round robin style portion of this event that they were a good team. And I believe it was Grant and Tristan, our cameraman, yesterday that said they were likely to go all the way, and boy, you guys were right.
Yeah, from the start yesterday, seeing this team, they're just such an organized team. You can tell that they've practiced this for such a long time. You can tell that they've been playing as a team for many years. Everyone on the sideline seems to be such good friends. You know, true chemistry from this team overall.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we've noticed from both teams here playing in the gold medal game. There's just so much chemistry between all the players. And a beautiful one-handed catch there from number 42 on the Talons. Absolute beauty. What a pass and what a catch there to score the 8th point of the game for the Talons. Absolutely amazing. Grant, what did you think about that athletic play there?
Well, those are the type of plays that 42 has been making all day long for the Talents. He's definitely their star player, somebody that you want to look for downfield all the time as he displays some of the best athleticism we have seen in this tournament.
Indeed, just so much talent here in the gold medal game, of course, for both sides dressing their best players and starting their best players as well. And you know that when these teams come to face each other, you know you're going to see a lot of dives, a lot of action, a lot of putting the body on the line to make the plays.
That's the thing that I love most about the Talons playstyle. They're not afraid to make those deep throws. They're not afraid to put their body on the line. Almost all the time during their possession, they're looking to dive for the Frisbee, and it's just a wonderful sight to see.
Huskies with it now, number 32 in the center of the field, looking for options here. Drops it back to 13, who dishes it right back. Still looking for options here to advance it up the field. And number 33 for the Huskies has returned after a little bit of hamstring discomfort. Cutting in now, receives the pass, number 33 does. Slings one around, curving, and grabbed there by number 10 for the Huskies. And that'll be point Huskies to bring the score to 7-8 in favor of the Talons. So far, Huskies not letting the Talons get this claw away very far.
It's a beautiful pass from 32 on the Huskies and a routine catch from their offense. That's what we love to see out of the Huskies, and that's going to be a bit scary for the Talons as the Huskies are within one. The Talons need to score soon off this next possession if they want to keep a comfortable lead in the game.
Indeed, and a lot of the games we've seen today that the Talons have played in, they've had a very comfortable lead throughout the entire game. Not really used to being in an intense battle like this, such as with the Huskies that they are right now, only being of a difference of one. And the game was tied before as well, so we know the Huskies can play on par with this team. And that's something the Talons have to remember after they've had some pretty easier wins earlier on in the day. And disc will be pulled there from number 32. Shoots that one all the way into the stands, however. That's going to land right up in the seats here at Richardson Stadium. Once again, OFSAA being held here at Richardson Stadium and 3 other fields here, including Micmac A, B, and Richardson A and B. Of course, with Richardson B being the game across from us right now. Again, that's the bronze medal game being streamed by Kingston Secondary School, who are also hosting OFSAA here. So a big thank you to them as well, as we see number 20 for Humberside come up with a big time interception there. Pass floating around in the air, snatched down by number 32 for the Huskies. dishing it around, but the pass just a little bit too low, and number 10 trying to get all the way down onto the turf to catch that one, but just unable to do so as it slips out of her hands. Number 9 finds a passing lane to number 42. Almost got intercepted by number 12, but not quite. And now number 55 with it. Looking for options. 42 cutting and giving an option available. Receives the pass. Hammer throw. Beautiful pass just over the hands of number 17, who couldn't quite get it, as that one was just a little bit too high. But idea was there nonetheless. A beautiful attempt. Huskies trying to bring it back up the field. Sliding attempt to catch made, but unfortunately the catch just wasn't there. Referee once again getting involved. See a little bit of a funky collision there out at the 50-yard line. Not exactly sure how that happened. Appears to be all right. And we're ready to get started back on this one here. Hammer throw, curling, caught. And number 9, who just got knocked down there, picks up another big point for his team with that catch. A beautiful hammer throw as well, wouldn't you say so, Grant?
Yeah, the Talons have been sending down those hammer throws all day long. It's such a technical play there from the Talons. It takes a lot of skill to be able to throw a Frisbee like that with the accuracy and the distance. And I think it just caught the Huskies off guard. They weren't ready for a deep pass like that. Beautiful play from the Talons, putting up by 2.
And what have you thought about the Huskies game so far, and what do you think they can do to keep trying to stay in this one?
I think the Huskies have been playing good, and they've definitely improved themselves since the start of the game. I think the nerves could have got to them in the first half of this, but they've been crawling back into this game, and they only are down by 2. I think they just need to keep pushing forward on offense. They're going to get possession here. I think they've been doing well looking to their teammates, especially number 21, into the middle. I think that if they just dial in on the accuracy of their passes, they'll be able to tie this game and maybe even take the lead.
For sure, we definitely know the Huskies do have the compete level and the capability and skills to keep up with the Talons, and they've done that so far this game. We'll see if they can continue to battle back, or let's see if the Talons can take an even larger lead. Number 13 for the Huskies needs help here. Finds it from number 32. Number 32 makes a long-range distance throw. That one's going the distance. Number 33 catches it less than 5 yards away from the end zone, but needs some help to complete. Number 10 with it now. Wants to make a play, needs help. Gets the pass off to number 32, who manages to catch it after an almost dropped pass, but the referee is getting involved now. So we'll see one of the Talons players come off with some mild discomfort. And the Huskies will begin again, and a huge block there by the arm of the Talons, number 11, who shows off the wheels by sprinting right back down the other way on the field. Number 9 with it now for the Talons. Deep in his own end right now, centered with the Frisbee, looking around, and play is stopped again, and the referee appears to be getting involved again. Again, we're not down at field level, so we don't really know what's being said down there. So we're not 100% sure what the referee is stopping the plays about. I think there might be some incidental contact and a little bit of interference from some players that have to be advised against. But other than that, I don't think I've seen anything that warrants any penalization. Number 2 with it now for the Talons. Right at the 50-yard line are the Talons now at in the center of the field. Looking to keep going forward here. Has to move. And the play will be started again from the center yard line. Play starts again. Number 20 looking for a pass. Finds a teammate. And the play is blown dead again. And the game resumes. Number 55 with it for the Talons on the far side of the field. Dishes it off to the center. Swinging the field now are the Talons. Sending that one all the way to the distance. But number 26 gets in the way of that one and bats it away. Just an all-around stellar defensive effort there from 2-6 on the Huskies. So we get ready to start playing again. 33 dishing over to 32. Dishing all the way over to 21. Back to 32. Sending that one deep. It's going to be low and caught by number 10. What a beautiful diving catch there. Looked like she might let go of it at the end there, but she held on for dear life and sacrificed a little bit of the face for that one. Getting some turf on the face, but luckily some good sportsmanship from Talons player there. Helps her wipe it off. Number 33 makes a nice dish there. 5 yards to the end zone now. But pinned along the sides. Throws one up to 33. 33 has it again. Still about 5 yards from end zone. The play is stopped again. Not 100% sure what the play is being stopped for. And it looks like we're going to be able to resume momentarily here. And this game's scheduled to end in 9 minutes. Pass dished over to number 32, who has a wide open number 26, and they score! The Huskies are back within 1. Score is 9-8 Talons here in the second half with 9 minutes to go. Grant, what have you thought about this game overall so far? I thought it's been quite entertaining so far.
Well, Josh, I've been at the edge of my seat the whole time. By far the best game of the tournament, which is just such a great feeling, knowing that this is the finals, a great way to end it off. And I just want to talk about why the Huskies scored on that play. And I think mainly it's because they took their time and they played the possession game, waiting for the perfect time to strike. There was a play around 5 minutes ago where they had the disc in a similar position, but number 32 chose to try and take a quick pass, and it was knocked down, and the Talons ended up getting possession, where in this one, 32 took more time, and he was able to take a great pass to his teammate in the right side of the end zone, so a good play from the Huskies.
Well said, well said. As we begin the next set of plays here momentarily, the Huskies will be pulling the disc. Again, a lot of stoppages we've seen so far from the officials. And again, not quite sure what that's about 100%, but as long as the game ends up being played safely and fairly, that's not a big concern. Disc is pulled, and that one's going to land shallow. It's going to be started here at the 45-yard line for the Talons. Number 20 is going to send that one over to 42. 42 dishes back off to 20. 20 sends that one up and intercepted by number 32. And was a collision within the end zone, but players are already up and running back the other way. Seems like everything is A-okay. And now we're going to see a substitution as number 21 for the Huskies appears to be coming off, holding his thumb. May have jammed it or strained it somewhere in this last play. I didn't quite see, but hopefully he is all right. Huskies dishing it around. Fires it over to number 32. Back to 9, to 32. Surveying, looking for options here. Cutting in as 13. Drops back for 33. Back to 32. 32. Looking for options here. Throws it on forward to 13. 13. Over to 9. 9 with it now. Holding on. Looking for space. Looking for options. Going to drop back to 32. 32. Sends that one over to 33, who's lurking on the far side of the field. Back in towards the center where 32 is. Sent forward there to number 10, who's crossed the center field line now. 9 steps just behind the line. Drops it back for 33. 33 looking for someone who's open. You know, 33 has a good arm, so he's not opposed to throwing that far, but ideally wants to make short, controlled passes when he can. Back over to 32. 32 dropping it back for 9. Throws it in for 13. Over to 32 now. Huskies haven't really crossed that center field line. Talons playing some solid defense here in the middle of the field. We'll see what the Huskies will try to do to break in. 32 almost fumbles the disc, but manages to hold on. Just 5 minutes left in this one. Number 10 comes up with possession off a dangerous pass. Now here's 32 with it. Tries to find number 9. Finds number 9. 9 has 12 waiting, but that sends it overhead. But it's caught by 18, and she scores. The game is tied up. 9 apiece. Second half with 5 minutes to go in the OFSAA gold medal game. The game is tied 9-9. But wait just a moment. The referee has come out. And the call has been overturned, and there was going to be no point on that play. So unfortunately, the Huskies back down there. But running quickly and snagging is number 33, and the Huskies will get the point anyway. Tied up at 9 apiece for real this time, I would hope. I do not see the referee looking to get involved at this point in time. So that means we are all tied up here at 9 apiece in this second half of the game with just 3 minutes left in the game, Grant. This is absolutely incredible. We could see some sudden death ultimate Frisbee here.
If we see sudden death ultimate Frisbee, I would be so happy to see that. That would be such a good way to end off this tournament, and it's such a good feeling for the Huskies right now. You know, their first point that they scored to make it 9 was called off, and then right away they get another point to actually make it 9-9. Has to be such an encouraging feeling. So really good for the Huskies, and I'm curious to see how the Talons are going to respond to this point.
I am definitely curious to see how they're going to respond as well. We'll see if the Huskies can hold on for defense to drag this one into sudden death, and we'll see if the Talons offense here off of this next pole possession will be able to make something happen here. You never know, even before we hit sudden death, which should be scheduled for the next 2 minutes. You never know who might score. Talons ready to receive the pull. Disc is pulled, and that is a great pull, sliding all the way to the 38. Talons gonna try and make something happen here off of this pull possession. That one goes over the head, and it's knocked down by Huskies. Huskies now have possession. But now an interference complaint is being made by one of the Talons players. And now the officials will have a brief discussion. And they are going to rule there was interference on the play. So it will be Talons' possession here with a minute to go. Talons with possession. And almost intercepted, but able to hold on to it is number 42. Really competitive game right now. And the pass is dropped. The Huskies have a really good opportunity here to take this one away here. Enter the sudden death phase of the tournament. Can they do it here? Just 10 yards away from the end zone. A little bit further now as it's dropped back to number 32. Number 9 looking for options. Slings it on to number 13. Number 13 looking for space here. Needs to find a teammate. Someone has to come and help. Number 32 is the one to do it. 32 looking for someone. Pass options are being taken away by the Talons, but they are able to cycle it away to number 9. Number 9 sends that one in for number 13. Number 13 getting closer to that end zone. Back for number 32. 32 serving the area. Looking around. Really trying to get open here are the Huskies, but the Talons knowing everything's on the line. Here's the dive. Unable to get it. And the Talons survive here in sudden death. A very scary moment there for the Talons. However, it is going to go back the other way, and now the Talons are going to be on the attack here in sudden death frame. Number 9 making some lateral passes with number 20. Dish it in to number 2. Talons looking to spread out in the end zone. Huskies trying to cover. 42 with it now on the near sidelines. Zips that one with a low pass. Sings that to the far side. Everyone waiting on this game here to see how it finishes. Talons with possession right now in our sudden death frame. 9-9 the score. Possession taken by number 42. Looking around. Zips that one back to 20. Talons looking to really control the play here. They don't want to get too aggressive because every time possession changes, it's another chance. And she's in! The Talons have done it! The Talons win! The Talons take the game 10-9 in sudden death, and they're going to be your OFSAA Ultimate Frisbee champions! Put the cap. A beautiful finish to a well-fought game between the Talons and Huskies. Wouldn't you say so, Grant?
100%. An amazing pass at the end, catching the Huskies off guard, and I don't think anyone was expecting that play to be a point, as it kind of took everyone a second to realize that that was in, and then as soon as everyone realized it was in, the Talons just exploded with excitement. You can tell they're so happy to get this OFSAA gold, and what a try from the Huskies. They really worked hard to be here, and this was an amazing game. Valiant effort from the Huskies. I commend both of these teams. Thank you so much for an amazing tournament.
Indeed, just all around amazing. We watched some pretty amazing Ultimate Frisbee all tournament long here. It's been so much fun to bring it to you guys. And the medal ceremonies will be upcoming next. And we'll make sure to get coverage of those medal ceremonies before we leave. Once again, final score 10-9 for the Talons. And the Talons are your OFSAA champions. What an amazing feeling that must be. Like I said, a well fought battle between these two teams. Just some absolutely incredible effort to get here. Huskies can't be disappointed in themselves. They took on a really formidable Bowmanville team, and they gave them a run for their money. I mean, a 9-10 final that required extra time in sudden death. I wouldn't complain about that one, even if I was on the losing end. Just an absolutely incredible game. And I can't wait for the medal ceremonies to start.
All right. Oh, the network's gone. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I've got to head out. I'm going to leave Josh alone to hang out with you guys while the medals are presented. Thank you all so much for tuning into this tournament. And just want to give a shout out to Josh Miles. This is his last ever stream for CASA. He's been doing for quite some time, and he showed me the ropes. So just want to show some appreciation for Josh. What a tournament. Thank you for joining me, and I will catch you guys next year.
And yes, you heard Grant right. I was been showing him the ropes these last couple of times. He's been ripping some commentary here, and he's going to be one of your commentators, most likely alongside Evan Tyfair, who is returning for grade 13 next year. And they will be your commentators for all things CASA next year, and I believe in them wholeheartedly that they're going to bring you some amazing action. So,
Good stuff, Josh.
thank you. So we'll say goodbye to Grant as we await the medal ceremony. But yeah, as Grant was saying, obviously this is my last stream here on the CASA YouTube channel, and it's been a long time. Started this journey quite a few years ago with Jacob Ewing and Rias Hennessy. Shout out to them. Back as a mere sideline reporter for all things CASA, I remember I was doing interviews and all sorts of things for CASA basketball and volleyball when I looked very, very, very young. And it's honestly incredibly scary how young I looked in when I've gone back and just looked at those streams briefly. But yeah, until transition to now, from a couple of years, I've been doing the commentary alongside Evan Tyfair, Ben Saunier, Tristan Messenger, Grant Newman. Had some great times broadcasting for you all, and I'm going to miss it. So thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'm just so glad that I've been able to bring all of you guys the streams for the past couple of years. So if you're not able to make it to your friend's game, your kid's game, that you're able to watch it, that you're able to watch the live stream. Maybe you live really far away, or your extended family, and you want to watch your family member play, and it's here for the live stream. And I've just been so glad to be a part of this for you guys. And it looks like we're almost ready to get the medal ceremony going here. Another congratulations to the Bowmanville Talons for taking home the gold medal. Obviously, the Huskies will be awarded the silver medal, and I'm not too sure who has taken the bronze medal, but we will find out soon enough. And now the OFSAA championship banner is being presented to the Bowmanville Talons here out in the center of the field. You can't really see it all too well. I am all by my lonesome up here in the media booth. So now I am doing some commentary here and controlling our camera the best I can. I don't think the way we're streaming, we can't really zoom in, unfortunately. So we can't get all the way to that side of the field. But hopefully you can see at least well enough. All the white jerseys there on the left, from the center and left side of the Queens logo, are the Talons. On the right of the Queens logo in the white are the Rebels. And obviously Huskies on the far left. And again, as they were playing on the other field, I'm not quite too sure which team is all the way on the far right, rocking those blue and light blue jerseys there. But congratulations to them as well for either a third or fourth place finish. Some great games throughout this tournament. We've streamed a total of 13 games here on the CASA Sports YouTube channel between 2 days, between our round robin matchups and our quarterfinal matchup, or pardon me, not our quarterfinals, just our bracket matchups in general, which included the quarterfinals, semis, and the gold medal finals here. Of course, a huge thank you to all our sponsors here for OFSAA. They're listed on the screen there. And also thank you for the KSS Bears for hosting the OFSAA events. As you know, they've also been doing live streaming for some of the other games here, as they have had an immense help in streaming and organizing the event. KSS did, so a huge shout out to them. Now it looks as part of the rewards for making this for an OFSAA, each player and coach is being awarded a custom OFSAA style Frisbee, which is just so cool to see. I'm sure the players will cherish that one. Oh, and if I see it correctly from up here, it's pretty interesting. So, what is on said Frisbees? Well, the Talons have Frisbees with a gold circle on it. So, I think you know where I'm going with this. Gold medal Frisbees are with the Talons. Silver medal Frisbees are with the Huskies. And I can confirm that the bronze medal winners are the Rebels, who have those bronze medal Frisbees there. And now, finally, here comes all the proud parents here to take photos. And now every team breaking up into their individual teams to get team photos for all the parents with their medals. And I think that is where we are going to end it here. So thank you so much for tuning in. Really, really enjoyed bringing you this OFSAA Ultimate Frisbee action across these last 2 days. Another big congratulations to the Bowmanville Talons for taking home the championship gold. I've been Josh Miles, signing off.